There are many world championships. However, the greatest of all world prizes is soccer's World Cup. More than 120 countries around the world hope to qualify. Only 24 do. And next year in the United States, only one will be crowned soccer's greatest team. Yes, the World Cup is truly the only world championship. And Canada's hopes remain alive. They are one win away from qualifying for USA 94, and it's coming up right here on TSN. Today from Toronto, Canada's road to USA 94 continues. It's World Cup qualifying soccer on TSN. And it's brought to you by Molson Ice, by Molson Canadian. Welcome to the Ice Age. And by Chevrolet. Times change, values don't. It is an absolutely gorgeous day for World Cup soccer at Varsity Stadium in Toronto, as Canada and Mexico have come down to a one-game showdown for a trip to USA 94. Hello again, everybody, and welcome to a sold-out Varsity Stadium. It's been sold out for about a week now, 19,000 plus, some 12,000 Canadians. They're estimating approximately 7,000 to 8,000 Mexicans have made the trip, either living here in Toronto or from the States, even coming from Mexico itself. Happy Mother's Day to all of you joining us for this very important game here on TSN. As we say, it's winner take all. The winner will go through to USA 94, and right now Mexico, they can get through with a tie. Canada, they definitely need the win, and everyone agrees, yes indeed, this is the biggest game in the life of Canadian soccer.
Yeah, and I've had some good ones along the way, but this is special, and the fact that we're going to have a full house, hopefully cheering for Canada. We have a few Mexicans here today, but I think the Mexicans are going to get the Canadians going, and the stadium's only a quarter full, but you can sense the atmosphere already.
Is there a sense of calm in the locker room in that you had that one game between the games against the Mexicans to kind of regroup and get the win? So is there almost a sense of calm rather than urgency?
There is a sense of calm because we got thumped in Mexico. The one factor that we know they can't bring with them here is we know that we have more air to breathe here than we did there, and that was a real problem. Our guys looked like they were running in sand after about 10 minutes, but that's not going to be the case today. We rely on a high work rate, which we should be able to do today. We have to play disciplined defensively, and then we have to take advantage of the chances we create. The longer the game stays level, the more anxious they're going to get. We're also going to get anxious, but we'll be in there with a chance. And I gather you can't think of maybe a better present to your mother on Mother's Day than a win here. Right, yes, and I'm pleased that you led me into that because I like to wish my mom a happy Mother's Day, and I think she'd be pleased with the win today. Good luck this afternoon. Thanks very much.
Graham Leggett, Bobby Lenarduzzi makes a very good point. The longer it stays level, as he says, even, it's to his advantage.
I think he's right. This Mexican side, if they get a goal up, are dynamite. It's up to Canada today to take the game to Mexico and get that first goal and see how the Mexicans react when they're down a goal.
Injuries and suspensions playing a part in this very crucial game. For Canada, Colin Miller, the captain, is out because of a groin pull.
Yeah, that's a big blow for Bobby Lenarduzzi. Colin Miller, the ball winner in midfield, but I think the substitute he's brought in is going to be dynamite. He's not brought in a defensive midfield player. He's brought in Jeff Unja. Lots of speed, and he can score goals.
The Mexicans will be missing 3 people, including their head coach, Mr. Miguel Baron, who was red-carded in their last game. Garcia Aspe is out, and also their striker, Luis Garcia, who picked up the red card in their final game. Those two are very important players.
Well, you can see here Luis Garcia getting sent off in the last game against Honduras. He plays for Atletico Madrid, and obviously Mexico are going to miss a quality striker like him.
Neither team is talking about it, Graham, but the loser here is still alive. They go on to a next round of qualifying. It's not surprising that they're not even thinking about that.
No, but I think this is an advantage for Canada because it's a no-lose situation. A tie or a loss for Canada today, and they're still alive to go through to the next round. A win, and they automatically go to the United States. So the pressure is on Mexico.
And in that next round, should Canada go that route, they would play either Australia or New Zealand. And the Australian head coach, Eddie Thompson, is here, and he's with Paul Romanuk.
Well, Eddie, not that you'll have a choice in this matter at all, but would you rather play Canada or Mexico if it comes to that?
I think I'd rather play Canada only because of the altitude problems, because of the heat, because of the problems actually in Mexico. But having said that, I love Canada. They're very similar to Australia. It'd be nice to see them win.
In terms of your conference, the Oceania Conference, anything that kind of distinguishes your style of football from the style played in this conference?
Well, we play a European game because we've got a mixture of Greeks, Italians, Yugoslavs in Australia, a great mixture. And I would say it's a mixture of these countries. We've changed our style. We used to be tough and hard and kicking, but now we're a skillful team.
In terms of the pressure on your club as compared to, say, a club like Mexico, is it as great?
No, because people don't expect Australia to do well, you know, and people don't expect Canada to beat Mexico, so there's a lot of pressure on the Mexicans to do well today, and, well, hopefully maybe against us.
Alrighty, good luck. Maybe we'll see you down the road.
Thank you very much.
A lot of fans here, as you've probably figured out by now. Michael Burgess will be here to sing the Canadian national anthem. However, he will not even attempt the Mexican national anthem. He said he didn't want to offend anyone. Vic?
And Paul, there are lots of Mexicans on hand, as I say, estimate between 7 and I think 9,000. Mr. Thompson makes a very good point. Not much credit is given to this Canadian side either. All the pressure's on Mexico.
I do think he's true, and he made a very good point. He said that the underdogs have got a greater chance, and Australia very similar to Canada, a developing country, but trying desperately to prove that they can indeed represent the country well in the World Cup finals.
This is something, as a Canadian, we're rarely involved in. A sold-out soccer stadium, 19,000 plus. The atmosphere is electric. It is Mexico and Canada, the winner to go to USA 94. The starting lineups when we come back. It's World Cup Soccer on TSN. Yeah. Level check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Thank you. Have a good show, everybody.
Good luck, everybody.
Well, this is really... Four. Hey, come on, fellas. There's no security here, Graham. There's not a cop in the world here. What are they doing?
God knows. There's one over there.
Yes, one.
Frank Yellop's the captain.
Thank you. Here we go, Graham. Have a good show, everybody.
And España.
Yeah. Thank you. Welcome back to Varsity Stadium World Cup Soccer on TSN. Canada and Mexico. The conditions on this Mother's Day couldn't be more perfect. Bright sunshine, temperature of about 24 degrees Celsius. That's approximately 75 Fahrenheit. And there is a breeze off of Lake Ontario. as we take a look at the starting lineup for Mexico, coached by their assistant, Guillermo Vasquez.
And he's going with a 4-4-2. Campos in goal. The back four, Suarez, Ramirez, España, and Ambriz. The middle four, Herrera, Ramirez, Patino, and Flores. And up front, the old veteran Sanchez and Salvador.
The starting keeper for Mexico, 26-year-old Jorge Campos, colorful beyond just his strip. We saw in the game in Mexico City, he loves to come out and play like Higuita of Colombia. And in fact, he plays center forward for his club team, Unum. As we take a look now at the starting 11 for Canada and Bob Lenarduzzi.
And Bobby also going with a 4-4-2. Forrest in goal. The back four, Yallop, Watson, Samuel, and Sweeney. The middle four, Hooper, Unger, who comes in for Miller, Mitchell, who comes in for Mobilio, and Norman. And up front, the two strikers, Bunbury and Catliff.
So much pressure is on the keepers in this game, and a lot of it on Craig Forrest, who gave up what many people call a soft opening goal in Mexico City, has given up 8 goals in his 5 games he has played thus far. Craig Forrest, the 25-year-old native of Coquitlam. The officials are all from Germany, Graham. The referee is Mr. Helmut Krug. The near side official, Peter Augar. The far side, Hans-Georg Fulbrunn. And the fourth official is Hartmut Strampe. So they've gone overseas to Germany for this officiating staff, when you might have expected it would have come from the CONCACAF group.
Well, I think this shows just how important this game is, not only to Central and North America, but to FIFA as a whole. And there's no doubt that the German officiating is as strong as anywhere in the world.
The players being called to midfield, Canada, are in their home red with white trim. Mexico in green with white, as we get a look at the head coach, Bob Lenarduzzi, who yesterday was as calm as you would expect. I mean, the man really does, as they suggest, have ice in his veins. It's a very big game, but he doesn't let it on. He doesn't upset his players.
He's got a very good rapport with his players. It's more like a buddy-buddy than a boss-player situation, and I think it's paying off for him.
Bunbury wearing number 9, John Catliff wearing number 10. The winner goes through to World Cup '94. And we're underway in front of 19,000 plus here at Varsity Stadium. And I suspect to withstand the early attack of Mexico will be a key for Canada.
Well, I would hope that for Mexico to withstand the early pressure by Canada would be a key to Mexico. Here we could see Campos looking straight into the sun, not wearing a hat. The slight breeze here at Varsity Stadium behind Canada, and the sun shining right against the Mexican goalkeeper.
Herrera. If there was one complaint Mexico had when they arrived, was the condition of the field here at Varsity. Spring was late here in the Toronto area. The grass hasn't grown in, and it is bumpy, Graham.
It is bumpy, but it's the same for both clubs.
Ambriz for Sanchez. And cleared away by Frank Yallop, who is wearing the captain's band. And it is Ambriz getting the foot up very quickly on Alec Bunbury and getting the warning from Mr. Krug.
Mr. Krug blowing everything down right away, trying to establish his authority, letting it be known he will stand no nonsense, telling Frank Yallop, come on, get on with it.
Yallop will go far side looking for Mitchell. To midfield, Sanchez, Watson battle, and now Sanchez and Watson, a little push and shove, and again Mr. Krug establishing some authority. Hugo Sanchez from Club America in Mexico, used to play for Real Madrid. Flores, Ramirez, España chests it and plays it for Ramirez, Perales, and now Catliff will turn. Still in play, says the far side linesman, Mr. Fulbrunn. And another quick warning here as Mitchell and Ambrose comes over. And what's at stake in this game is obvious, as we've played only a couple of minutes.
Not very often you see Dale Mitchell called for the foul, but he did come back and have a little clip there, and the referee went over right away. Of course, the Mexicans were trying to make their own decisions too, but that's to be expected.
Flores. España is tackled. Flores. Ambrose gets hung up with the referee, Mr. Krug. And it'll run too far.
Throw-in. Number 15, Miguel Herrera, mouthing off at Mike Sweeney, but that was a perfect tackle by Mike Sweeney. Watch as he gets to the ball, pushes it into touch, throw in the correct decision. And Helmut Krug quick to indicate that it was indeed a throw-in.
Sweeney and Suarez will clear into touch. Jeff Onger will leave it for Mike Sweeney. Sweeney playing his 59th international for Canada. The flick by Catlett has Bunbury. Suarez there to mark, and now Patino will pick up the loose ball, and the Mexicans bring it back. Suarez for Ambrose. Patino. Ramon Ramirez makes a run. They'll go wide left, and it'll curl away from Sanchez, and Mitchell is there.
And Sanchez called for a beautiful little basketball pick there as he just stepped in front of Mitchell. Referee Krug called it down beautifully.
Frank Yallop, as we say, wearing the captain's armband with Colin Miller not dressed. Bunbury. Ooh. Loose ball picked up midfield. Patino. Salvador. And it'll play through Forrest. Quickly, back upfield. Looks for Mitchell and has him. Bunbury chests it down. Can't control Herrera. Jeff Onger is there. Ambrose. Suarez is right. They go left. To midfield for Flores. Luis Flores. David Norman challenging. The Mexicans missing their head coach, Dr. Miguel Baron, suspended, red-carded in their last game in Honduras, and so the two assistants, Guillermo Vasquez, Javier Aguirre, are handling it. There was some question whether Mr. Baron would even make the trip. He was in Miami last night, scouting a game with Colombia. Hook to midfield. Watson is there. And Samuel gets the big foot in. The big center back for Canada clears it downfield. A little bump there on Catlett from Herrera. Sweeney following up. Jeff Onger skips it across. Oh, Bunbury had notion. Here's Hooper! Lyndon Hooper has the first good opportunity for Canada against Mexico.
And it was sitting so beautifully for Jeff Onger. He should have tried a volley. Instead, he tried to lay it off to Bunbury. It comes clear to Hooper. Good effort, but well wide of the post as Campos covered up nevertheless. There again, we see Hooper's effort from way out. It would have had to been hit perfect to beat Campos from there.
We've played just over 6 minutes of this first half. Mexico, Canada, World Cup Soccer on TSN. Flores, through ball looking for Luis Salvador, and it will go as a corner as Randy Samuel couldn't control. And so Mexico will have the first corner of this game.
And unlike the situation at the Azteca, Claudio Suarez, the big number 2, comes up from his defensive position. as does Ramon Ramirez.
Flores, the flick through, and cleared away by Mark Watson. Sweeney covering the near post, helping out Forrest. Hooper the far post for Canada. Herrera, the throw in, looking for Patino. And off of Patino, throw in for Canada. Sweeney, quickly. Looking for Bunbury, it didn't get up. Sweeney, and Onger will clear to midfield. Ramon Ramirez for Perales. Sanchez, Hugo Sanchez couldn't get away. Mark Watson looking for Catliff. Ambriz. Herrera. Wide right is Patino. They give it to Ambriz. They go up the middle for Flores, and now they come right. This is Patino. Herrera makes an overlapping run on the right. And now they look. This is Herrera. Lovely ball. Herrera. Here's a chance. Patino, but Hooper got there first. Ramirez. España. Patino, top of the box. Patino, Flores, give and go. Hooper, and he'll give away the corner. Thankfully give away the corner as the Mexicans come looking for their opening goal nearly 10 minutes into this first half.
Great covering by Lyndon Hooper as Luis and Sanchez play a beautiful 1-2.
Patino, off the bar! And it was big Claudio Suarez, the big defensive back who came up as you suggested, and he rattled it off the bar.
Well, it's maybe just as well it went to a defender rather than a forward, because it's a poor clearance. The defender knocks it right against the bar, and Hooper takes no chances, hooks it behind for another corner kick.
This one is squipped. A little side foot flick there by Patino, neatly done, and it was nearly España who had another goal for Mexico.
Obviously a set play, hard and low to the near post, little flick on, and right now Mexico putting Canada's defense under a lot of pressure, and another corner kick conceded, this time by Samuel. Not a bad play. Let's get it behind, get set up, but so far the corner kicks have been causing Canada's defense all sorts of problems. Luis Flores to take this one.
Bobby Lenarduzzi had a good chance at one end, but the best opportunity off the bar for Mexico. Flores, near post, hooked away by Catliff, and Bunbury will finally clear.
And while that corner was being taken, Jorge Campos, the Mexican keeper, was standing on the center spot. He certainly does love to come out of his goal.
Well, as I say, the word around practice yesterday was that, in fact, he does play some center forward for his club team, Unum. So Canada withstand the early pressure. It is still scoreless. Canada and Mexico. World Cup qualifying soccer from Varsity Stadium on a gorgeous day. Bunbury can't control, and it'll go as a throw-in for Mexico. Herrera. Flores. Sweeney is there. The 33-year-old Mike Sweeney. Herrera looking for Patino. We'll give it to Ambriz instead in back. And now this is Jeff Onger. Bunbury. Oh, as they're all, the green shirts are up and pressing Graham. And no sooner does a Canadian turn around, he sees a Mexican.
Yeah. But that was obstruction by Herrera, called right away.
The 25-year-old Herrera plays for Atlante.
And I think already we've seen that Mr. Helmut Krug will call the obstruction a lot more than the CONCACAF officials would have done.
Yallop. Near sideline looking for Bunbury, but it's headed into touch. Throw-in for Canada. Bunbury chests and tries to turn against Herrera. Helping out Perales. Herrera to midfield. Yallop. Onger. Oh, and how quick the Mexicans are. Flores was right there. Campos.
I think Campos was a little disappointed there that that came off a red shirt and he was able to use his hands. I think he'd love the opportunity to have one of his own players play it back. Then he'd have to play it with feet.
Perales. Ramirez. Perales. Suarez. Herrera is wide right, and that's where the Mexicans will go.
And you'll notice they're playing it to feet. They're trying to draw the red shirts forward, and they're not afraid to include Campos. Trying to bring the red shirts forward. Trying to say, if you want it, come and take it off us. In the meantime, we'll just push it to feet, keep possession, and wait for the opportunity.
Sanchez. The through ball for Salvador. And step for step, Randy Samuel.
Very seldom do you see the Mexicans play a ball for the receiver to run onto. It's always played to feet, laid off, and then knocked through again.
Suarez, Claudio, the 24-year-old, 2 goals so far, nearly had a third as he rattled a corner off the crossbar for the best opportunity Mexico's had so far. Catlett trying to turn in the box, and Graham, 3 shirts immediately, green shirts. Here's Onger, looking for Mitchell. Oh, Onger got a foot up, but the Mexican boot was there first. Watson trying to settle it down. The Mexicans looking for the offside. It wasn't there. Here's Hooper. Oh!
Great save. Brilliant strike by Lyndon Hooper and a fantastic save by Jorge Campos, who was all of 8 yards out of the box. The ball runs nicely to Hooper. He lines it up, cracks it for the far corner, and that is 10 out of 10. A beautiful save by Jorge Campos. Great strike, great save. And Mexican defense there looked just a little shaky as Canada eventually gets some pressure on them.
Flores at midfield. Salvador makes the run, and Samuel giving chase. Heels it back, still in place as the near side linesman, Dieter Auger. To midfield, Suarez, Bunbury. And he'll play it back. Now Campos has the opportunity to play center forward. Suarez near sideline. He's had 2 opportunities so far. Lyndon Hooper, the 26-year-old, 3-time Canadian Soccer League All-Star. Norman.
Yeah, what a good call. Number 15, Luis Flores, went right over the ball. Going to be talked to by Helmut Krug. Just left his foot there as the ball was cleared. Whistle blew right away. Great refereeing.
Jeff, get in the middle. 3 across the middle, 3 up front. Get in the middle, look.
What's he spotted about the Mexicans?
Well, he spotted more about the Canadians. He wants Jeff Unger to play in the middle of the middle field. Then he wants Canada to play with 3 up front, Mitchell, Bunbury, and Catlett. But what he especially wants is for Jeff Unger to be in the middle of the midfield so that he can go forward.
And Jeff Unger added to the lineup because of the injuries to people such as Valentine, Carl Valentine, Colin Miller, and he's a pesky kind of player.
Yeah, he has some speed. What you have to remember is that this Mexican side did not see Lyndon Hooper. He was missing from the game at the Azteca, and Lyndon Hooper has been dominant.
Sweeney runs over the ball. Mitchell curves it far post looking for Catlett. Here's Unger. Bunbury! Bunbury! Bunbury!
Wilt under the pressure as we thought they might do. The Dale Mitchell-Alex Bunbury combination clicks once again as the Mexicans could not clear the danger area, and Jorge Campos got stuck standing on the line. Ball to the far post, won by Catlett. The goalkeeper doesn't come for it. Bunbury and Unger go up. Bunbury gets the final touch, past Jorge Campos into the corner. Dale Mitchell to the far post. John Catlett wins the ball, knocks it across. No cover. Bunbury gets to it first. 1-0 Canada. And that's what we wanted to see if the Mexicans can play when they're a goal down.
Alex Bunbury scores his 6th goal of this round of qualifying, and it comes at 16 minutes, and Canada lead 1-0 over Mexico. And immediately, Graham, as they came to midfield, Patino for Flores. Flores took his arms and he said, settle down, fellas. We're behind now. We can go get it. Here comes Canada, and this is Samuel. And this time it was Salvador doing the chasing. Herrera to control. Ambriz, Herrera, Suarez, as now the Mexicans do try and settle it down. Perales. Suarez will go up through the middle. Juan Ramirez, Perales. Ambriz is in midfield. Sanchez. But Mark Watson goes up and over. No foul. Ambriz, Sanchez, Salvador. Patino is calling for it. They'll come wide right. Luis Flores.
Quite hit well enough, but good idea to spread it open.
Flores lays it off. Ambriz and back. Flores. Salvador is in the middle. They'll go far post. It'll curve too far. And it'll be goal kick. Alex Bunbury, the 25-year-old, 5 CSL seasons, but now he plays in West Ham. And did West Ham get promoted?
Yes, indeed. West Ham won promotion to the Premier Division with a win at home yesterday. Newcastle will go up from the First Division along with West Ham. 4 more clubs will take part in a playoff to see who the 3rd club to play in the Premier, but West Ham is certainly up.
Samuel and the battle with number 19, Luis Salvador. Expect to see it right there. 19-5 for Canada. Sanchez.
Ooh, look out.
Lovely ball for Ramirez. And remember, number 18, Ramirez, he scored 2 goals in that Mexico win, 4-0 over Canada at Azteca Stadium.
But he just took off a little too early there. Peter Augar, the near side linesman, had his flag up. Nevertheless, you really have to watch Ramon Ramirez. He lines up at the back or in midfield and he comes through like a tank.
Frank Yallop looking for Bunbury, but the early push from behind by Ignacio Ambriz.
Just a disgrace. Made no attempt to play the ball. The ball was still 20 yards away when he hit Bunbury. It was so far away. Watch this. The ball is still in the air. It's not even come down yet. Now he hits him, butts him in the back of the head, and the ball is still not even reached there.
Dale Mitchell is there. So is Frank Yallop. Is it a little too far for Mitchell to have a go here, or will they let Yallop take it?
No, I think Mitchell will chip this one.
He does. Far post, looking for Catliff off the chest of Suarez.
And the Mexicans not at all comfortable with these free kicks from Dale Mitchell. Suarez tempted to let that go till he could hear the breathing of John Catliff behind him, decided to put it behind for a corner kick.
Canada with their first corner. They lead 1-0 on the goal by Alex Bunbury. Mitchell. Norman is up. Catliff is up. Bunbury makes a run. 6-yard box. Here's a chance. Oh, Jeff Onger couldn't control as it fell right to his feet.
Good little toe poke in there by Miguel Herrera, though number 13 just prevented Onger from getting to the ball.
Ramirez scored 2 goals in Mexico City. Onger has Bunbury. Herrera is there. So is Flores.
Goal kick. And right away we see Campos take it quickly out to Ramon Ramirez. And again the Mexicans start the slow build-up. One thing about this build-up is it gives their midfield players time to get up and support.
Bunbury gets away from Flores as we've played 21 minutes of this first half at varsity. Norman can't get away. Onger. Oh, he played a little too far. Mike Sweeney saying, I was over here, you played it up there.
Mike wanted it to feed. He really didn't want to leave his defensive position and make a long run down the wing.
The 2 assistants, the gentleman in the middle, that is Mr. Javier Aguirre, and the gentleman on the far side is Guillermo Vasquez, handling the Mexican bench for suspended Miguel Perón in Mexico. Ambriz, Norman stumbles, gives them a chance to find Flores. Flores, top of the box, Salvador, dummies. Sanchez lays it off, looking for Patino to come across and didn't get any help.
Yeah,
and now Mitchell, and it is Ramirez. Obstruction.
Little push off by Ramirez. And Helmut Krug has not been more than 3 yards from the play for the entire game. And the little niggly off-the-ball incidents are being punished today.
Yallop looking for Bunbury. Suarez.
Good play by Suarez. Kept his eye on the ball. Wasn't distracted by Bunbury's through run. Very good player, Claudio Suarez. There was some doubt as to whether Juan Ramirez, number 3, would play. He injured his knee in training a couple of nights ago, but he's in there tackling now and winning the ball.
Patino gets away. Espana lays it off. Ambriz through the middle for Sanchez.
Good ball.
Lovely ball. Patino is wide left. Salvador is in the middle. Samuel marking him. This is Patino. Patino plays it back. Ambriz. Catlett to mark him. He goes back for Suarez. Now this is Herrera. Flores will pick up the loose ball, and this is Herrera overlapping. Mexico looking for the tying goal, and they'll get a corner.
Well, Miguel Herrera, who came in at midfield in place of Luis Garcia Aspe, has certainly looked very impressive.
Flores.
Goal kick.
As it comes off of Suarez, and interestingly, the two big men, you had the two center backs, Suarez moving up for Mexico, and to mark him, Randy Samuel for Canada.
Well, there's no point in Randy Samuels marking little Hugo Sanchez. Leave that to Mike Sweeney or somebody. Definitely Claudio Suarez is the threat from the corner kicks. Big, tall, strong defenseman.
Forrest to midfield looking for Catlett, but Suarez climbed his back. Again, Suarez over top. Norman will control and go wide right for Mitchell. Now it's Hooper making the run, but quickly over number 3, Perales for Mexico. Look at the green shirts, Graham. 3 of them quickly there. Ambriz will give away the throw in for Canada.
Good cover, though. Give credit where credit's due. That was good cover by the midfield of the Mexicans, who go back there in a big hurry. And Hugo Sanchez clapping his hands saying, come on, get the ball to me. Let me do something. He's also complaining to referee Helmut Krug that Canada's wasting time. I think it's a little too early, Hugo.
Yallop, David Norman, Mark Watson. Cuts it through the middle looking for Catlett. And Catlett, as Herrera tried to control it with his chest, that gave Catlett time to get there. Ramirez clears. Yallop. Bunbury. Oh, nice 1-2. It was the 3 that lets Canada down. Play on, says Mr. Krug. Now.
That is ridiculous. Just ridiculous. Well, there's no question that this was a foul. Watch number 3, Ramirez, just step right into John Catlett, way off the ball. Free kick, and once again, we've got Dale Mitchell. So keep your eye on Bunbury.
Samuel has moved up, the big center back for Canada. Cut to the near post. Campos, no problem. The Mexican keeper quickly will come wide right for Herrera.
But that's the first time we've seen him come off his line for these free kicks, and it's obviously the right thing to do. He cost them the goal by standing on it the last time.
26 minutes gone, first half, 1-0 Canada. Alex Bunbury at 16 minutes. Patino wide open. Patino has a look. Flores, little give and go. Patino. Herrera trying to turn. Finally cleared away. The Mexicans looking for some kind of penalty in the area. Here is Bunbury. He's got Suarez. Here's Bunbury.
Great effort by Alex Bunbury, and that has to be a yellow card. Last man back, Herrera. Definitely justified. The Mexican supporters here don't like it, but There was no choice. What's this? This is what you call a professional foul. Last man back, you have to pull him down. He gets through that tackle, but there's no way that they're going to get him past the next one.
Now the Mexicans are complaining down at the other
way
end.
over the top of the ball. Definitely a free kick. And let's see if Frank Yallop will knock this one.
And they're complained about down at the other end. Did he miss something?
No, he didn't. Not even close. Hugo Sanchez, experienced veteran, trying to draw the penalty, took a dive. Referee Helmut Krug, too experienced to swallow it.
All right, the wall back. Mitchell is there, Yallop is there, so is Sweeney. And Jeff Onger will join the Mexicans. Mitchell, Sweeney gives it a go. Sweeney punched away by Campos.
What a great save. Wow. Jorge Campos has certainly earned his money. We were looking at Mitchell and we were looking at Yallop, but little Mike Sweeney knocked this right for the top corner. That is a international class save by any standards. Brilliant effort, Mike. Goalkeeper was equal to the task.
Mitchell will take this corner for Canada. Mitchell, near post, hooked down by Catliffe.
Tough for John Catliffe to do anything with that hard and low corner kick. And once again, you see Jorge Campos quick to get the game underway by pushing it square.
Oh, Sweeney! Sweeney steals. Campos is there.
Oh, and he did ever so well to keep the ball inside the box. Would have been very, very interesting had he just come forward. Great goalkeeping we're seeing from Jorge Campos. One flaw against his performance, staying on his line for the goal, but he's made two brilliant saves.
Samuel and Salvador. The battle continues. And the foul is on Salvador, and Samuel is down. 1-0 Canada. It's World Cup qualifying soccer here on TSN. Apologize, I didn't mean to step on you there.
Who was booked?
Suarez, the yellow, for pulling down Bunbury.
Yeah, but I wasn't sure it was Suarez or Ramirez.
Samuel now on Salvador.
Watch this, they'll try a shot from here.
Oh, jeez.
No, that's.
Welcome back to Varsity Stadium, and it's just getting so chippy here, Graham. We're watching this and saying, Mr. Cruz got to do something.
Well, he's doing something. He's doing a superb job, and he just told Hugo Sanchez, look, none of your acting. We know you're a wily old veteran. You'll get the foul when you deserve it, but don't try and con me. I'm too good for you.
Ambrose will take this
and he'll
free
hit
kick.
It. He'll try a shot from here for sure.
Forrest thinks so as he directs his wall. Ambrose rattles off of Salvador at the top of the box.
Yeah, I don't think Luis Salvador appreciated having him knock it into him and trying to take his place in the wall.
Les Wilson, the general manager, in the foreground. Alan Errington, the assistant coach. Bob Lenarduzzi on the Canadian bench. Their side up 1-0 here at Varsity Stadium. Mick Router with Graham Leggett, Paul Romanuk. The winner goes through to USA 94. Flores, David Norman, Ambrose. Alex Bunbury with the only goal. Canada's in front here in Toronto. David Norman makes the run for Canada, lays it off to Mitchell as the Mexicans under some pressure now late in this first half at Varsity Stadium in Toronto. It's Herrera wide left. Salvador, Sanchez are all up. Here's Patino, lays it off, and Onger gets the foot in to control for Canada. Mitchell to midfield, looking for Bunbury. Suarez is over to cover, and following up in handball.
Little handball. Yeah. Taken quickly by Luis Flores. They don't waste any time. They want to get on with it. Look out. Look
He's
out.
got Sanchez. Ambries! Oh, Forrest is right there. Catliffe, Hooper, and this is Bunbury. Wins control. David Norman now needs a little help, but he's going to get it from on Mike Sweeney. Wide left, Sweeney trying to control, and it ran too far. Craig Forrest with his biggest save of the game so far.
Beautifully stuck by Ambries. Forrest gets across, too hot to handle, but pans it out safely. Brilliantly struck by Ignacio Ambries, who is playing centre-back. These Mexicans, doesn't matter where they line up, they all love to come forward, they all love to put work on the ball, and they're all very clever on the ball.
España, Patino, Onger marking him. Patino now. Catliffe is over and will win control. Sweeney clears. Midfield, and boy, Suarez is like a shadow on Alec Bunbury.
Canada's ball.
Dr. Baron is here and watching, but not on the bench. Miguel Baron.
Really not going to make much difference to the game. The soccer coach's job is really done before the players go on the field. Very little he can do on the bench, maybe put in a substitute or pull and push people around a bit, but not really a big blow to Mexico that the coach is not on the bench today. And Campos once again showing that he's not afraid to use the ball, playing beautiful 1-2s with his defense.
And those of you, of course, who watched TSN's World Cup coverage in 1990 will remember Higuita of Colombia and how he loved to come forward. Patino trying to get around Samuel. Sweeney is there to help as well. Samuel.
Corner kick.
It will go as a Mexican corner.
Good little player, David Patino. Played more in midfield at the Azteca, playing more as a out-and-out right winger today, but clever little player.
Middle of the area, skips over everyone to Mitchell for Bunbury, and this time it is Perales there to mark. Bunbury. Perales has Salvador. Flores is top of the box. Herrera moves up. They go into the middle. Patino gets away from Samuel. Yes! Hugo Sanchez.
The old veteran in the right place at the right time. But the goal was made by David Patino. Controlled it beautifully. Went round Samuels. The ball breaks to Hugo Sanchez. Beautiful left foot. No chance for Forrest. We're tied at 1-1. This is the end of the play where Patino's challenged by Samuels. It breaks to Sanchez. Great left foot. 1-1. Hugo Sanchez, the KG veteran, former Real Madrid superstar, showing why he is included in this Mexican side. Lots of people back home in Mexico wondering why they would include such an old player. He just showed them.
Hugo Sanchez scores to equalize for Mexico at 35 minutes. Oh, Samuel and Salvador shoulders, and now Salvador comes up challenging, and out comes Forrest.
Quite a battle. Full marks to Salvador. He's giving as much as he's taking. And Randy Samuel can certainly hand it out. Luis Salvador, who came on as substitute at the Azteca, definitely justifying his inclusion in the place of Luis Garcia.
It was interesting there because Randy Samuel's mark is Salvador, and it looked like he got crossed up, turned around, there was Patino, and it was too late.
Well, whoever's picking up Patino just didn't follow into the box. He's been standing out way on this touchline as an out-and-out right winger, sneaked into the box and made the goal.
So we're all even. First half here at Varsity Stadium. Herrera goes up and over. Yallop. Flores looking for Salvador, and Mexico will earn another corner as the Mexicans applying late pressure. We're all even, tied at 1. Flores off of Norman. Mark Watson to head it to the top of the area. Ramirez! Oh my, it skipped and bounced.
And deflected. And was brilliantly saved. Awkward ball deflects off Mark Watson, but Craig Forrest gets across to tip it past the post.
Flores again into the area. This time it is Dale Mitchell. As all the Canadian shirts are coming back now, and once again Ramirez goes down, and Mr. Krug isn't buying.
Well, he was never going to get to the ball, but it was a brilliant one too, and Ramirez so strong at coming forward. He just comes through like a tank, and now we see with that goal under the belt, this is more like the Mexican side we were expecting.
Forrest looks for Catliff, and it's over his head. Ambreeze clears. Sweeney. Herrera. Hooper trying to control now, and does. Gives it away to Espana. Samuel looking for Hooper at midfield. Hooked back.
Oh dear.
Up this time it is. Samuel will get the yellow for his continuing battle with Luis Salvador.
And it's called persistent infringement of the rules. Not much there, but down goes Salvador, and into the book goes Randy Samuel.
And again, last time, not a great deal of difference. Ambreeze did try it, as you suggested, and he rattled it off of Salvador.
He can hit them from here. Very strong shot. He'll try a shot.
Ambreeze doesn't this time. He comes to the right to Herrera. Onger challenges. Throw in for Mexico. Salvador, as we've reached 40 minutes of this first half. Flores near post, flicked on, cleared away. Watson, Onger to midfield, looking for Bunbury. Now he needs a little help. Onger. Dale Mitchell is wide right. Mitchell challenged by Patino, and out of desperation clears it upfield. Perales for Ramirez, looking for Espana. Ambreeze and David Norman together. This is Hooper. Has had a couple of good chances, Lyndon Hooper. Ramirez will cut it back through the middle, looking for Flores. Patino is on the right, and that's where he goes. Espana, he'll try!
Not a bad effort, but it was never on target, and Craig Forrest knew it, just covered it at the near post. But now we see that the Mexicans have got their appetite for the game back. They've tied it up. All they need, of course, is the tie, but once the Mexicans get a goal, they're a whole new side.
Forrest. Ambreeze quickly volleyed it back, looking to spring Salvador, and couldn't.
And again, Suarez has to be careful. He's already been booked. If we're going to go with the frequent infringement of the rules law, we're going to have to do it to both sides. Little tug on Alex Bunbury once again. Referee Helmut Krug blows it down.
Sweeney is there, so is Frank Yallop. Dale Mitchell, who'll have a go. Sweeney surprised us last time. Mitchell, no, it'll be Yallop. Doesn't get through Patino.
And I think Patino wished he'd gone the 10 yards back, because that was wrapped right into him and he was only about 3 yards away. Canada's ball. And you can hear how many Mexican supporters there are here. They didn't like that call at all.
We're level at 1. Final few moments of this first half World Cup soccer from Varsity Stadium. Catlett trying to turn, and Canada will get a late corner.
Yep, and up comes Randy Samuel again. And Dale Mitchell will take this one. Little in-swinger from the outside left corner. Looking for Catlett at the near post or Samuels at the far post. He's got a choice.
Mitchell, look at Samuel coming up. Campos comes out.
Foul against Randy Samuel on the goalkeeper. These days you don't look at the goalkeeper or else it's blown down. Good decision by Helmut Krug as Samuels went up, clashed with Campos. Free kick to Mexico.
Ramirez, Campos to feet, and out for Perales. Hispania trying to turn. Another battle that we should keep an eye on. Espana and Lyndon Hooper for Canada.
Well, Espana's skill won the free kick there. Sucked Lyndon in. Lyndon came in late with a tackle. Free kick.
Little clutch and grab, Mike Sweeney on Patino.
Mexicans are so good at shielding the ball. They get the body between the ball and the defender. You've got to virtually come through them to try and get to the ball. And the free kick there against Sweeney.
Ambrose once again.
Well, this is an awkward angle, because if he slices this one, Forrest is not covering the near post. Oh, there's a souvenir would be in baseball, just pop fly behind the plate.
Ignacio Ambrose has 2 goals in qualifying.
Well, so far the capacity crowd have been well entertained. Some brilliant saves at both ends and some very aggressive soccer from both clubs.
Catlett at midfield can't, as it was Flores getting up and over. It'll run too far for Bunbury. Herrera is there.
Alec hoping for a free kick and Helmut Krug saying, come on, let's get on with it. Watch this. Now he'll have to use his hands.
Suarez. And it has been a very entertaining first half. Alex Bunbury with the go-ahead goal at 16 minutes to send this capacity crowd into a frenzy. And you see Colin Miller, the injured captain, over right away to congratulate this Canadian team. I think they've played very well.
Played very well. Number 13 just coming off. Miguel Herrera has been outstanding for the Mexicans. Good performance by both clubs. 1-1 at halftime, a fair result.
So the team to advance to World Cup '94. It's come down now to the final 45 minutes. Canada, Mexico are level at 1. World Cup qualifying soccer here on TSN.
Enjoy the Toronto Blizzard in the American Professional Soccer League. Season tickets start as low as
the CN Tower. It is crystal clear blue skies this spring day. World Cup qualifying soccer on TSN, and Paul Romanuk is standing by with a man who has mixed emotions. He's a great supporter of soccer and also is watching his Maple Leafs play St. Louis. Terry Kelly.
Now, Terry, the real problem getting ready for this interview was, what do I refer to you as? Are you with the Toronto Maple Leafs or are you with the Canadian Soccer Federation today?
Peter Zezel and I are with both. Peter's a good soccer player, and of course I'm a governor of the Leafs and with the Canadian Soccer Association.
And of course a great supporter of sports in Canada and of the Toronto Maple Leafs, but it's nice to see that your heart is still with the game of soccer. And you're here. Was there any question in your mind?
About being here?
Yeah.
Well, I was in St. Louis on Friday night, and I'm here representing Mr. Stavro and the Leafs at this very important game. But it's an international game. It reminds me of World Cup games that I've seen all over the world. It reminds me of my days in Belfast. There's atmosphere here. The crowd have gotten into it. I think Michael Burgess singing the national anthem at Leaf games has got people here singing the national anthem. And what's more, we've got a creditable Canadian team who are playing very well against Mexican players who, some of them are stars all over the world.
Terry, there was such talk more than a decade ago now about soccer being perhaps the sport of the 80s. That never quite panned out. Now, with the World Cup coming to North America, being held in the United States, if this Canadian team could ever squeak into the World Cup, could you perhaps see soccer being the sport of the 90s in this country?
Soccer is really, as far as playing is concerned, a sport of the 90s. It is increasing as far as playing is concerned. As far as people watching, it takes something like this to draw crowds, because people in Europe and all over the world are fed on international games like this. But no doubt that if Canada has a good team when Cameroon play here on June the 16th, we should see a better crowd. But this is certainly excellent.
Terry, thank you very much. Enjoy the next half.
Thank you very much. Terry
Kelly, also a prominent citizen of my hometown, Oshawa. I just had to get that in. One other observation here from field level during the first half. Don't think for one second that Miguel Barron isn't calling the shots with this Mexican team. There is somebody on the bench who has been making his way over on a regular basis, and I mean a very regular basis, over to consult with the coach, Miguel Barron, who is sitting right in the front row. So you know that he is, despite not being on the bench, definitely calling the shots. Vic and Graham still coming up with highlights. What a game we've got. Should be a great second half.
Highlights now. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, 45 minutes. I know the tie's good enough. Speaking to me, Richard? Sorry.
They got to get more.
Well, yeah.
It's keep coming back now. That you know, it's.
Bunbury's the only guy making runs.
I know it's well, Catlett can't make runs, but the midfield is so concerned about containing them. They're not even getting up now. Like Hooper has been caught in the ball 3 times. The Mexicans, once they got that goal, just were a different side.
There's Milutinovic right there.
Yeah, that's him. Yeah.
Bora, hey,
well,
Bora.
He coached Mexico too, so he coached Mexico in the World Cup.
Do we have we found out any substitutions yet?
Where are we now? What are we? Are we in commercial now, or
yeah,
are we
commercial?
I think Pest might be coming on, but I'm not sure.
We're going to do halftime highlights now. Thank you, sir.
Right.
And then we pad through to start.
Okay.
Don't forget FA Cup, eh? Now it's time for the halftime highlights, Graham.
And we've lots of highlights, but we'll show you the goal. 16 minutes in, Mitchell swings one to the far post. Catlett gets to it first. Unger and Bunbury go for the ball as Campus stays home. Bunbury gets the final touch. 1-0 Canada. This really is a beautiful free kick. Great leap by Catliffe. Nods it high in the air. The goalkeeper decides not to come for it. Bunbury goes for it. Bounces past Campus into the far corner. 1-0 Canada. But in the 35th minute, little ball is chipped into Patino. He does ever so well to get behind the defense, controls the ball. He's challenged by Samuel. It breaks to Hugo Sanchez. His left footer finds the far corner past Forrest. Now we're all square at 1 apiece. This is a good play by Luis Flores. Cuts inside, then just chips a nice little ball to number 7 Patino. Not his usual good control, which really sets up the ball. Watch Hugo Sanchez run onto it. From there, no chance for Forrest. 1-1 at the half.
Alex Bunbury's goal coming at 16 minutes. Hugo Sanchez at 35 in front of a capacity crowd of 19,000 plus here at Varsity Stadium in Toronto. And the qualifying game for World Cup 94 has come down now to just 45 minutes. As you see, Hugo Sanchez coming on, the goal scorer for Mexico. Paul?
Yeah, there is one substitution to tell you about. Just got it from the scorers table right now. Jeff Unger is coming out. Paul Peschisolido will come in for the Canadian team. Now, in terms of other observations down here, again, I go back to what Bobby Lenarduzzi talked about off the top when I had a chat with him, and that's about the sense of calm on the team, almost as though they're on a mission. There is an incredible amount of emotion on the bench, understandably, in a game like this, a lot of yelling and a lot of intensity. However, you get the sense that there is a sense of purpose and of a mission. There doesn't seem to be any kind of a feeling of panic. They don't feel as though they're being backed into a corner, and indeed you two would be a better judge than I am of whether or not they should feel they've been backed into a corner. They certainly look back in their heels a few times, but in general, a very confident Canadian team.
I think the point, Graham, for Canada is you see Paul Peschisolido coming in, the 21-year-old, now playing for Birmingham, replacing Jeff Unger, is that Canada needs more attack, and maybe that's what Peschisolido will give them.
Well, Jeff Unger did well in the first half, but I think now that young Paul will pull out wide on the left wing, fill in midfield, but his mission will be to go forward and try and put some pressure on this Mexican defense. For the last 20 minutes of the first half, really, the Mexican defense were never tested.
Patino, and Peschisolido has his first touch. Gets away from Herrera. Catliffe, Sweeney to midfield looking for Bunbury. Over the head of Perales. Ramirez for España. And right there to mark him, Lyndon Hooper. Sanchez plays it back. Perales too far for Flores. David Norman can't control. Ambriz chips it forward, and it will bounce harmlessly to Craig Forrest. We're just underway, second half. Canada and Mexico even at 1 apiece. The winner goes through to World Cup 94, although the winner in Mexico's case would get through even with a tie. Sweeney, Peschisolido, and it bounces awkwardly off his heels. Perales, Ramirez.
Once again, we see the Mexicans quite content to play at the feet, build it up through midfield.
Peschisolido looking for the offside, and they get it. The near side linesman, Peter Algar.
Good call. John Catliffe was offside, but David Norman, who received the ball, had made a great late run. Unfortunately, Catliffe was standing there offside. Great run by David Norman, and great run by Herrera.
A great run. Herrera is in the box. Peschisolido, Patino is there. Still loose, finally cleared away by Peschisolido. Catliffe trying to turn on Suarez and can't. And as Paul Romanuk suggests, he may be sitting in the first row, but Mr. Miguel Berron is getting his message through to his bench. The head coach for Mexico suspended in their game last week against Honduras. Bunbury can't turn. Another throw in for Canada. Pesky-Solido. Nice turn to get away from Flores. Norman. And look at this. As Herrera and Pesky-Solido. And now Flores is in and pushing.
Well, there's no need for that. No need for it at all. Helmut Krug has done well to keep the emotions to a minimum. But the Mexicans certainly are very, very good at taking little dives, and they certainly are very good at surrounding the referee when something like this happens. Really, it was never a foul against Herrera, but Herrera and Pes get tangled up. I think really he should have booked them both there. Not really sure what happened from our vantage point. Not very clear if he did indeed book Herrera, but I'm sure he did. Herrera and Paul Pesky-Solido are booked.
John Scissor, the best of man kicking.
You speak about pesky players. Miguel Herrera, who came in for Luis Garcia Aspe, boy, has been a real tiger. He wants the ball, he comes forward, he wins the ball. What a good little player, especially coming on as a sub, boy.
Foul there is against Mike Sweeney. 1-1, Bunbury for Canada. Hugo Sanchez for Mexico. We've played 5 minutes. Forrest from the top of his area, downfield, looking for Bunbury. Ramirez is back, shields it. Bunbury plays it well. Bunbury trying to work against Perales. Out comes the card.
Well, I don't know if that's as bad as the yellow card would indicate. Bunbury sucks him in, leaves his foot there. Bunbury's in mid-air, really, when the tackle occurs. Number 3, Juan Ramirez is booked, but it really wasn't as bad as some of the tackles we've seen. But I tell you, Helmut Krug is rolling it.
Can't live, it skips. Oh, it skipped off of Suarez, and Campos did well to climb.
Catliffe couldn't quite get enough on it. And I'm not sure if Mark Watson tried to chip that ball over Campos. If he did, it was a bit ambitious, but he still did well to get to that ball first. And there you see how the Canadian defense are being penalized. The Mexicans are so good at getting to the ball first, stopping and backing into you, drawing the foul, and really it's so very, very awkward the time you tackle to win the ball.
España's pass, and they're looking for handball.
And they're getting it.
From Pesky-Solido.
And the game a little untidy right now as Canada seem to have lost the discipline.
Salvador tried to turn on Randy Samuel, and he got his foot out to give away the corner. Mexico early in this second half.
Canada have to be very, very careful at these free kicks. You cannot afford to walk back with your head down, not looking at the ball, because the Mexicans get the ball in play from free kicks right away.
Headed away by Mitchell. Pesky-Solido trying to work his way upfield. Ambriz. And once again reaching into the pocket, and Ambriz.
Well, I'm losing track of who's been booked, but this is not uncommon. The Mexicans have got 2 sitting out today. We see Paul Pesky-Solido trying to struggle through the green shirts, pulled down by Ambriz, no doubt about it. And again, the yellow card comes out. And in the last 4 games, the Mexicans have been involved in 11 bookings per game. So this is typical.
Now, Bob Lenarduzzi may have expected Pesky-Solido to get right into it, and he has been in the middle of it right now. Is he doing what you think Bob wanted him to do?
Look out.
Here's a chance. Pesky-Solido cuts it across. Hooper!
It's offside. No, it's offside. The linesman's flag is offside. Linesman on the near side.
It is.
had the flag up as the ball broke to Pesky Solido. The whistle had gone. That's why Campos stayed on his line. A marginal call at best as the ball was played through. No way in the world that Pesky Solido was offside as number 2 Suarez played him a mile on. Hooper put the ball in the net, but the whistle had already gone. The speed of Paul Pesky Solido not only deceiving the Mexican defense, but also the German linesman on the near side.
Flores goes through the middle. Yallop will collect the loose ball for David Norman. And here comes Pesky Solido. Herrera, Suarez, Salvador makes the run wide right. Now Patino cuts inside, and it'll be a throw-in for Mexico. Flores.
Somebody pick him up.
Looking for Patino. Salvador cleared away by Sweetie, just top of the area. España heads it. Forrest down over midfield. The flick through. Ramirez, and now Catliffe. Catliffe challenging Campos.
Good play by Catliffe and great play by Jorge Campos. You almost get the feeling that Jorge Campos wants somebody to come close to him so he can show off.
Yeah, he'd love to take somebody on. Jorge Campos, the 26-year-old, really, Graham, made a couple of wonderful, as you call them, world-class saves. It could very well have been 3-0 Canada before the Mexicans scored to level it at 1. Bobby Lenarduzzi, his Vancouver 86ers are on the field later today at Swangard Stadium in the APSL. They're going to play the Los Angeles Salsa at Swangard Stadium.
Now they've got an extra man on the right.
Wide right, Herrera.
Good run.
Through ball, Flores. Hooper heels it back. Herrera, Herrera, Herrera! World Cup qualifying soccer. We're all even at 1 here on TSN. Welcome back to Varsity Stadium. Vic Rauter along with Graham Leggett, Paul Romanuk. Canada, Mexico, all even. The showdown for World Cup. USA 94, Canada must win. Mexico can advance with a tie, and we are all even at 1 apiece.
Good play by the Mexican defense. Has to be perfect if you want to come out like that.
Give away by Mexico. Hooper, Catliffe. Oh, nice tackle, very nice. España. We've played 10 minutes of this second half. Mitchell, the flick for Catliffe. Suarez gets his right foot in. Yallop following up. Catliffe chests it well. Oh, and it's played back, and here we go. Campos.
Oh, what a ball.
You'll take him as a striker, won't you?
I'll take him as a defender. I'll take him as a sweeper. I'm not sure how he is in the other penalty box, but he's not bad in his own penalty box. And for me, there's the man in the match so far, Miguel Herrera. Boy, what a game he's having. Number 13. He's not superstitious. He's having a cracker of a game.
Downfield for Flores. Yallop.
Free kick against Flores. And Helmut Krug doing a superb job to keep this game under control. Miguel Herrera. Boy, I tell you, if he's the 13th choice, because there's 2 regulars out, I tell you, they must have great depth. He's been outstanding. What a performer.
Flores gives it away at midfield. Hooper. Norman plays it through the middle, and the wind is starting to gust a little bit now, Graham, as Ramirez gets under the foot of Catliffe, and you get maybe a sense that some of the Canadian balls are getting caught up in the wind. Bunbury withstands Ramirez challenge. Now he plays it through the middle. Very nicely done. Perales controls to Suarez. This is España. Herrera gets away from Pescisolido. Ambrose. Bunbury up to challenge Ramirez to midfield. Hooked down by Flores, and then Frank Yallop with the late hip tackle on Flores, and it's a booking.
Well, it justified a booking there. Frank Yallop was late, followed right through on Flores. There you can see Flores was getting to the ball. Frank Yallop came in late, followed right through, and Helmut Krug has been consistent into the book.
A reminder to stay with us right after the game for the TSN Turning Point, brought to you by Armor All. He's back on his feet. Luis Flores, the 31-year-old, had 1 goal in the game in Mexico, has 3 in total so far in qualifying for this Mexican national side.
Ooh, offside. Yeah, offside.
Salvador off the bar, far side. Linesman, Mr. Hans-Gerd Fjellbrun.
Good step offside there, and the linesman put his flag up right away.
Javier Aguirre, the assistant, up off the Mexican bench.
Good layoff by Sanchez, but you could see by the edge of the penalty box that Salvador was a good yard offside. But you cannot count out this little Hugo Sanchez. He may be a veteran, he may be past his best, but boy, he is an experienced striker.
Catliffe can't get it through España. Samuel.
Offside. Little Pesh was a little slow in coming out, and they take the free kick so quickly. This time, going to roll it short to Ambrose. There he comes again. Look out, Herrera.
Herrera through midfield, looking for Salvador. Here's Forrest.
Always Craig Forrest ball. Read it beautifully. Quick off the mark. Great hands.
Suarez wins that ball intended for Catliffe. Hooper just gets a toe to it, and at midfield, Yallop wins the challenge with Salvador. Patino. Salvador. Oh, he turned and the ball ran away from him. Catliffe. Sweeney. Pescisolido. He is wide left. We played 15 minutes. Second half, we're still even at a goal apiece. Mexico, Canada. Salvador. Samuel intercepts, clears. It'll be throw in Mexico, as maybe the Mexican coaching staff thinking of a substitution. Number 14, Francisco Cruz, a 27-year-old, warming up on the sideline.
Well, I'm not sure who they'd take off, because all of the 10 green shirts are certainly doing the job right now. Tough to get that ball, Alec. Wind whirling it around. Bunbury trying to knock it square to Catliffe. Virtually impossible. And there you can see the Mexicans, even the defenders, no matter what number they wear, love to push it around.
Oh boy, look at this now. Mexico, España. Oh, he tried to slide it across and
offside.
couldn't.
Hugo Sanchez, offside.
The goal scorer in the first half, Hugo Sanchez, making the run towards the far post and being caught by Mr. Peter Algar on the...
Nevertheless, it was a great tackle by Randy Samuels, but Canada got caught there going forward, and the Mexicans very quick on the break. Hugo Sanchez, with your experience, should have known to stay behind the ball carrier. And the ball was moving there. Referee wants to bring on a substitute. David Norman coming off and Dominic Mobilio coming on.
Well, in Dominic Mobilio, Paul Pescasolido, it is obvious that Bob Lenarduzzi is going for the win. Quite obviously, he knows second place will keep him alive, but he's throwing goal scorers at Mexico now.
Well, a draw is no good for Bobby Lenarduzzi. 5-0 is just the same as 1-1 for him. He's got to put his goal scorers on now. Maybe play 4 up front and see if it maybe takes the pressure off his defense by making Mexico take more of their players back into defense. And right away, Dominic Mobilio draws the free kick. David Norman's done well. He works so well in midfield. He got through on a couple of beautiful runs. He certainly contributed to this game.
Bunbury
wouldn't sit down for him, wouldn't bounce nicely. Control was good, but when you turn on it, it has to sit down for you, or else it's impossible to get the clean shot on.
Samuel.
Little push by Herrera again. And Helmut Krug quick to spot these off-the-ball incidents. Most of the challenges are coming before the ball reaches the player, and Bobby gets a little annoyed when that happens.
Lenarduzzi has played his 2 substitution cards now. Pescasolido and Dominic Mobilio are in a 1-1 game.
No. Ooh. I tell you, the late run by Dale Mitchell played him on, but little Paul Pescasolido hadn't come out with a defense.
Paul?
But just a quick note, Vic, I'm not sure quite what a FIFA suspension entails. Miguel Barron, the coach of the Mexican team, is in the front row. As I mentioned, a gentleman beside him has a walkie-talkie, communicating instructions openly to another gentleman on the Mexican bench with a walkie-talkie. On top of that, there are people running over to confer with the coach during the game. So what kind of a suspension is that?
Well, he's banned from sitting on the bench. He can come in and pay as a spectator, and there's no law that says that he can't speak to a member of the Mexican squad. As long as he's not on the bench, he is suspended from sitting on the bench. He can come into the stand.
And his little bit of instruction there was for Francisco Cruz, who we saw warming up and could very well be, now as he gets a massage, could be the first substitute for this Mexican side. We've played 20 minutes.
The thing about this Mexican side is that they realize they need a tie, and the best way they can keep the pressure off their defense is to keep going at Canada. And it's not very often you see teams take that approach.
Oh, the ball squibs to Pescasolido. Oh my! He took a rocket from Ramirez, and Pescasolido is slow to get down. And now he is still down and slowly trying to make it to his feet. Paul Pescasolido.
Good challenge by young Paul. Took a clearance right in the midriff, but full marks to him for going in. Ooh, that hurts. But he's up again and back in action.
We've played just over 20 minutes, 65 in total. Perales, Ramirez is wide right, Suarez is in the middle, Herrera is on the other side, and they go up through the middle for España. Suarez, Herrera. Patino makes a run down the right side. That's where they tried to go, but Sweeney was there for Canada. Luis Salvador from Club Alante. And he and Randy Samuel, the big center back for Canada, have had a kind of war on this Mother's Day.
Well, Luis Salvador came in for the Mexican superstar Luis Garcia, who of course plays for Atletico Madrid. And I tell you, the number 19 has performed very well. He's given Randy Samuel quite a handful.
Ambriz, Flores, Ambriz. Flores makes a run, and they'll push it right back. Mitchell, Patino, and Canada throw in. Everybody up, says Bob Lenarduzzi.
Well, Bobby was hoping that Mike would be able to get it back to Craig Forrest, but Luis Salvador cut that avenue out. Oh, that could have been rather tricky, as Campos, as is his one, was right out on the edge of the boxes. That clearance that rebounded off Catliffe went towards the goal.
Sanchez. Ambrose gets away from Mitchell. Ambrose goes wide right. Sweeney reading it so well to intercept as it was headed for Patino. Flores, Yallop up and chasing and challenging, and he'll earn the throw in for Canada. The Canadian bench, you see Bob Lenarduzzi, Alan Arrington also on the bench, Les Wilson. Our thanks to everyone involved with the Canadian team. Graham, their cooperation has been invaluable in our preparation, so thank you, gentlemen.
Yes, indeed. Ooh. Craig Forrest waited barely till the ball got over the line. Of course, the whole ball has to clear the line. And it looks now as if number 19, Luis Salvador, is coming off. And Francisco Cruz
just a quick note, Vic. I'm not sure quite what a FIFA suspension entails. Miguel Barron, the coach of the Mexican team, is in the front row. As I mentioned, a gentleman beside him has a walkie-talkie, communicating instructions openly to another gentleman on the Mexican bench with a walkie-talkie. On top of that, there are people running over to confer with the coach during the game. So what kind of a suspension is that?
Well, he's banned from sitting on the bench. He can come in and pay as a spectator, and there's no law that says that he can't speak to a member of the Mexican squad. As long as he's not on the bench, he is suspended from sitting on the bench. He can come into the stand.
And his little bit of instruction there was for Francisco Cruz, who we saw warming up and could very well be, now as he gets a massage, could be the first substitute for this Mexican side. We've played 20 minutes.
The thing about this Mexican side is that they realize they need a tie, and the best way they can keep the pressure off their defense is to keep going at Canada. And it's not very often you see teams take that approach.
Oh, the ball squibs to Pesquisolito. Oh, my. He took a rocket from Ramirez, and Pesquisolito is slow to get down. And now he is still down and slowly trying to make it to his feet. Paul Pesquisolito.
Good challenge by young Paul. Took a clearance right in the midriff, but full marks to him for going in. Ooh, that hurts. But he's up again and back in action.
We've played just over 20 minutes, 65 in total. Perales, Ramirez is wide right, Suarez is in the middle, Herrera is on the other side, and they go up through the middle for España. Suarez, Herrera. Patino makes a run down the right side. That's where they tried to go, but Sweeney was there for Canada. Luis Salvador from Club Alante. And he and Randy Samuel, the big center back for Canada, have had a kind of war on this Mother's Day.
Well, Luis Salvador came in for the Mexican superstar Luis Garcia, who of course plays for Atletico Madrid. And I tell you, the number 19 has performed very well. It's given Randy Samuel quite a handful.
Ambriz, Flores, Ambriz. Flores makes a run, and he'll push it right back. Mitchell, Patino, and Canada throw in. Everybody up, says Bob Lenarduzzi.
Well, Bobby was hoping that Mike would be able to get it back to Craig Forrest, but Luis Salvador cut that avenue out. Oh, that could have been rather tricky, as Campos, as is his want, was right out on the edge of the box as that clearance that rebounded off Catliffe went towards the goal.
Sanchez, Ambriz gets away from Mitchell. Ambriz goes wide right. Sweeney reading it so well to intercept as it was headed for Patino. Flores, Yallop up and chasing and challenging, and he'll earn the throw in for Canada. The Canadian bench, you see Bob Lenarduzzi, Alan Arrington also on the bench, Les Wilson. Our thanks to everyone involved with the Canadian team. Graham, their cooperation has been invaluable in our preparation, so thank you, gentlemen.
Yes, indeed. Ooh. Craig Forrest waited barely till the ball got over the line. Of course, the whole ball has to clear the line. And it looks now as if number 19, Luis Salvador, is coming off, and Francisco Cruz is coming on for the Mexicans. Done a good job, Luis Salvador.
The 27-year-old will take his place up front along with Hugo Sanchez. Bunbury, Sweeney at midfield, and right away Cruz goes fresh legs. Mitchell, oh, he tried to chip it through, and yes.
Ooh, there's one for front.
Mitchell appealed and won it.
And Hugo Sanchez and Mark Watson really battling as the veteran trying to draw the youngster into a confrontation. Handball given. Now Frank Yallop. This is his range to crack one. We saw him do this last week that led to the first goal against El Salvador, but maybe Dale Mitchell will.
Mitchell chips it through. Oh, Herrera. He was looking for Bunbury making a run. Yallop goes wide left, and they were caught on the trap. And Catliff running by, and Catliff is down, Graham.
Oh, and they're caught 3-on-1.
Oh, terribly caught now. Look at this. Watson. This is Cruz. This is Cruz. Oh, Craig Forrest has the Canadians. The Canadians were caught badly. The Mexicans quickly took the free kick, and they were caught 3-on-1.
Well, Craig Forrest came to the rescue once again. But when you get caught 3-on-1, the Mexican bench can't believe that they didn't capitalize on it. Mark Watson does well to push him wide. Give just enough time for Craig Forrest to come out and block it, but the Mexicans now are going.
Here we go, Patino, Hooper to mark him. Patino overruns. As he had to wait, he was by himself, and there were too many red shirts and not enough help. Samuel. Catliff. Samuel. Now Mobilio. Ambrose overruns. This is Hooper, and oh, the legs are so tired now as Hooper didn't have the kind of jump he had hoped right there. This is Flores. Cruz makes a run. Ambrose following up.
Oh, and this is another dangerous situation. Have a look as Ambrose, you can almost see his mouth water. No doubt about this foul by Young Pesh against Luis Flores. Comes in from behind, clips his heels, down he goes. Nothing vicious, but Ambrose, you can see, is just anxious to rattle this one. He can crack them from here.
Three-man wall. Forrest is ready. Here's Ambrose, and it doesn't get through. Off of Lyndon Hooper. Herrera to control. Side puts it for Patino, tries to turn, and it's played back, and Yallop to his Ipswich teammate. Forrest, who gives away the throw-in.
Frank Yallop saying to Craig Forrest, sorry, Craig, I forgot you're right-footed. I stuck it back to your left foot. Forrest did the right thing, just knocked it into touch.
Sweeney.
Corner kick.
For Mexico. We've played 25 minutes. It's still 1-1. Good enough for Mexico to go through to USA 94. Canada must win.
And that's why Canada have been caught a couple of times. They've been leaving the front runners up.
Near post, Catliff gets up. Oh, and then it ran just awkwardly for Mobilio, whereas Mexico may have been caught. Ambrose.
Well read.
Well read as the overlap didn't work. And once again, Catliff is down for Canada. Bunbury up and challenging, and it was Perales downfield and off the head of Hugo Sanchez. And now Catliff has regained his feet. But that's twice now, Graham. He's in a war.
Well, it was Ignacio Ambrose who just let John Catliff lay the ball off, then just followed through. Helmut Krug allowed the advantage because Canada had the ball.
Sanchez. Flores. Yallop to mark him. Cruz, Patino. Sanchez all top of the box now.
And there again, Flores so clever at shielding the ball. Frank Yallop was patient for a while, then lost his patience, just kicked right through him. It's very, very antagonizing, but it's very clever. They do such a good job of screening that ball, almost inviting you to kick them.
30 minutes have been played. Ramirez pushes it through. Cruz, Pesky Solido.
Tackle.
15 minutes left. Canada must win. We're all tied, 1-1.
Randy! Randy! Go! 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 He's gonna mark!
Oh. Welcome back. World Cup qualifying soccer from Varsity Stadium, Mexico, Canada. Level at 1. Vic Roeder, Graham Leggett, Paul Romanoff.
And now it's all or nothing for Bobby Lenarduzzi as he moves Randy Samuel up to centre forward. He's left Frank Yallop and Mark Watson back to mark their two front runners, Cruz and Sanchez, and Randy Samuel as front offside. They do that so well, the Mexicans. They have a signal. They come forward as one man and leave 3-4 red shirts there. The only way to beat that is for a late runner to make a run and for the forwards to come back with the defenders, but it's so tough to counteract.
Perales, Suarez. And you can count them, 5 in midfield for Canada. Cruz can't get it by Yallop. Suarez, and it's given up again by Cruz. Sweeney, too far for Mobilio, and Herrera will let it bounce.
All or nothing for Bobby. I'm sure he's told everybody, look, we have to win this. There's no point in keeping 4 men at the back now. We have to try and get the next goal.
Oh my. Bunbury up and challenging. Oh no!
Offside. He was offside a mile. Had to be offside. There was no way he could be onside there, and the linesman a little late in putting his flag up. I think Alex Bunbury was so far forward the linesman didn't see him.
It's interesting now, though, Graham, to watch, for example, Perales and Ramirez at the back, almost questioning some of the confusion that they're in. Herrera hooks it. Throw in for Canada.
What a good player, number 13. I can't understand why he didn't get his place at the Azteca. Going forward, coming back, he's been brilliant.
Sweeney. Oh my, Bunbury as Suarez.
Free kick. Take your time. Just get it set up. Let Mitchell set it up and get the big man, Catlett, Bunbury, and Samuel. And make sure that number 14, Cruz, is 10 yards back from the ball.
Mitchell cuts it, far post, Campos, no problem. Cruz is there for Mexico. Yallop was there, now Herrera. And downfield. And the Mexicans, Graham, sensing of course that a draw is good enough, are keeping their people back.
Well, that's what they have to do now. If Bobby keeps pushing forward, I said this, the more people that the red shirts push forward, the more the green shirts have to keep back. And that takes the pressure off the Canadian defense. All they have to do now is make sure they don't get caught on a breakaway.
12 minutes remaining. 1-1. Pesky Solido.
Oh, look out.
Patino. Giveaway. Cruz. And Yallop is challenging. This is Cruz. Here comes Forrest. Oh, and who's going to get up here? Cut across and over the end line, and Forrest is down, and so is Cruz.
Well, it was a 50-50 ball. They both went for it. Cruz left his foot up there, and he's paid a bit of a penalty for it, but brave goalkeeping by Craig Forrest as the speed of Cruz took him past Frank Yallop. The ball keeps running away, but watch as Cruz lounges forward as Forrest comes out, leaves his foot there, and they're both injured. From this angle, great goalkeeping, times it perfectly, Cruz can't get to it first. Forrest blocks it. They both lie there injured as the ball is scrambled clear for a corner kick.
And as you suggest, the danger of putting so many people up, you get caught, and it results in that kind of chance for Mexico.
Well, unfortunately for Canada, it was Francisco Cruz who got the break, because Cruz has just come on as substitute. His legs are fresh, and Frank Yallop has been on there for the whole game. He just couldn't catch him. But as far as I'm concerned, the number 14 Cruz and number 1 Craig Forrest deserve a lot of credit. They both went for that ball. It was a 50-50 ball. You could almost tell it was going to be a serious collision, but they didn't shirk it.
And that is Cruz draped in the towel. As you can see, Forrest is being helped to his feet. The reserve keeper is Pat Onstad, but the two substitutions have been made.
The only way that Pat Onstad would be able to come on is if, well, he can't come on.
No.
Because they've used the 2 substitutes, so there's no way. It's Craig will go back in there. But 4 marks to him. 2-3 times today he's read the situation beautifully and prevented the green shirt scoring on breakaways. Francisco Cruz really let the ball run away from him. Most unusual for a Mexican to lose control of the ball in that situation. It looked a certain goal.
Cruz is up. Forrest still trying to shake it off. And cleared España. Forrest.
Good play by Mark Watson to let it run to Forrest. Forrest, of course, can take it a lot further downfield than Mark can. Ooh, that's hot.
He played 80 minutes, Graham. 10 minutes remaining. Oh. Canada must win. It bounced. It took an unkind hop over Dale Mitchell's foot.
And Diego Sanchez thought he was being clever there, letting it run, thinking it was his throw-in, and can't believe that it was given the other way. Boy, he certainly is a cagey veteran. Ooh, very close. And the Mexican bench being told by the 4th official, Hartmut Strampe, to get back on the bench. All standing up.
A tie is good enough for Mexico.
Ooh.
Patino, Sweeney, and Sweeney wins it.
And the throw-in. Well, the Mexican crowd here are still egging on the team, even though they know they only need a tie, and you can bet that every supporter back in Mexico is listening to the radio and watching this game on TV.
Let's remember too, Graham, this is a bit of redemption for the Mexican program after missing the 90 World Cup qualifying because of their entire program being suspended.
Free kick. Just take your time, make sure that we're set for it, and watch that the forwards, if the Mexicans are going to come out as one man, the forwards have to come with them.
Mitchell looking for Catliff. The flick forward.
Little push called by Helmut Krug as Catliff went up with his elbow on Ramirez's shoulder, and it was blown down right away. Helmut Krug has been very, very consistent.
Suarez to put the ball back in play.
And for some reason, Randy Samuel is back. Oh, look out.
Here's Flores. Flores cuts it back. Cruz!
Caught, definitely caught, as Dale Mitchell claimed that he was pulled back. No whistle, and Canada just didn't have enough red shirts back there to keep them out. The Mexicans piled the midfielders forward, and Canada couldn't get back to pick up the men. made the mistake of waiting for a whistle because Dale Mitchell was definitely tugged back. Dale Mitchell could not recover. The ball is cut back. The loose ball breaks to Cruz. He's got an empty netter. 2-1 Mexico. There, pulled back definitely by Flores. No whistle. Flores cuts it back. It's flicked on by Sanchez. Cruz with the open net rolls it in, and it looks very much as if Mexico are heading for US 94 as Canada now need 2 goals.
The goal by Francisco Cruz at 84 minutes. Patino, Mitchell, Patino off of Dale Mitchell, corner Mexico. And the paying customer, the head coach, Dr. Veron, instructing his assistant, Javier Aguirre.
And they're going to bring on a substitute. Francisco Cruz has done his job. He's scored the go-ahead goal. And they want to bring on Nava, but referee says, look, if you want to take a player off, that's fine, but get him off now. So Cruz comes off. He's done his job. And on comes number 20, Ibrahim Nava.
So the substitute is substituted for Abraham Nava. Patino can't get through. Sweeney to Mitchell. And waiting too long. Catliff. Mobilio. Ahead for Bunbury. Bunbury trying so hard, and he'll earn the throw-in. España pushing it into touch. Alec Bunbury, who opened the scoring for Canada, had 16 minutes. Mobilio throw in, looking for Bunbury. Headed away by Ramirez. Samuel under so much pressure. And here come the Mexicans, Graham. Ramirez, one person back. Mark Watson, Ramirez. Here's Ramirez. Outside, Ramirez waiting. Forrest, finally. Offside.
No. And I don't think that flag went up when the ball was played. I think that flag went up when the ball reached Alex Bunbury, who had got behind the Mexican defenders. But great work by Craig Forrest. Outstanding performance by the goalkeeper.
First touch for Nava. Hooper. España. Sanchez plays it through, and it is hurry up now. Canada need to. They need the impossible with 2 minutes left. And certainly you would think there would be time added on, Graham, because of the collision between Forrest and Cruz. Cruz still being attended to. Mitchell cuts it in. Campos, no challenge.
Remember, Canada needs 2 goals to go through, and that really is asking a lot, as the Mexicans on the break now just seem to control it as they wish.
Sanchez.
Great ball.
Looking for Ambriz and has him. Mobilio is there to mark. Ambriz will wait and earn the throw-in. Herrera. Ambriz in back. The Canadians need to win the ball. And they do. We have 1 minute left. 2-1 Mexico. And the disappointment obvious. The Canadians level at 1 after 45 and had opportunities, but some marvelous goalkeeping by Jorge Campos. Sanchez. Oh, Suarez, the big center back, is making runs up front now as they cut it into the middle.
Ooh,
Espana outside and Patino, and it'll run too far.
And you can hear the whistles from the Mexican fans who think that Helmut Krug is allowing too much overtime as we're in injury time now. And Canada still need 2 goals.
Sweeney has Pescisolido. Nava is over. Pescisolido. Pescisolido cuts it back. This is Hooper. He had 2 glorious chances earlier. Here's an opportunity. Mobilio! And it rockets off of Ambrose.
Brilliant effort. And it was on his favorite left foot. And Ignacio Ambrose got across to block it. Dominic Mobilio can't believe it. Bounced beautifully to him. Hit it perfectly. 4 marks to Ambrose.
Into injury time. Sweeney, here's Mobilio. Oh, he tried to bring it back. Mitchell has a go. Ambrose clears for Mexico.
Well, the heads may be down on the Canadian bench, but they can be very proud of themselves. This is the Rolls Royce of this group, this Mexican side, and Canada's taken them all the way. Free kick, and Craig Forrest is coming up. How's this for all-out attack? The goalkeeper is coming up to join them at the far post.
It doesn't matter. Mitchell gets it over. There's Forrest! Looking for the penalty and the push in the back.
And Suarez definitely put his elbow right in the middle of Forrest, but he will get no joy.
Oh, and Sanchez downfield say, come on, let's get it upfield and go for another one. Campos now will take his time, leaves it for Ambrose.
It's offside. It has to be offside. Oh, dear.
Injury time, 2-1 Mexico. Mexico on their way to USA 94.
And they were the favorites from day one, Mexico. The 2-1 defeat in El Salvador was a huge surprise. Mexico, as I said, the perennial qualifiers from CONCACAF, and really we saw today they are an excellent side.
And if you are the World Cup organizers, you would have to think that this Mexican side will be placed in Los Angeles as Mexico is going through the first team to qualify to join defending champions Germany and the host country United States.
And it's a very, very big day for Mexico, not only the team but the country who live for this game of soccer. Campos, you can see the delight, you can see the agony on the Canadian bench. A magnificent performance by both sides. The crowd was royally entertained. Great goalkeeping by Forrest, great goalkeeping by Campos. Canada's got nothing to be ashamed of itself, and it's still in the World Cup. Now we got a qualifying group against either Australia or New Zealand, and it still keeps the game alive.
This man may have been the difference as you got a look at Jorge Campos. Some brilliant saves in the first half when Canada led 1-0. It could very well have been 3 before Mexico got the tying goal through Hugo Sanchez.
Bobby Lenarduzzi must be terribly disappointed, but he's done a superb job, and Samuels gets some consolation. Canada obviously desperately disappointed, but a magnificent performance, a capacity crowd, and Mexico, well, they're going through to US 94. We have to wait to see if Canada will join them.
Mexico wins 2-1 over Canada. World-class soccer, World Cup qualifying, and it's only right here on TSN.
better side won, really, didn't it?
Pardon me?
The better side won.
Oh, certainly. But I mean,
had they got the 3-0 down, they were gone.
The chances.
Yeah.
The chances they didn't put away.
No. So what are we doing now? Turning point? Or?
I'm not sure. Haven't heard yet, sir.
Okay.
Yes. What is it? What tennis? Thank you. Now it's time for the TSN Turning Point, brought to you by Armor All Tire Foam.
Well, the Armor All turning point came 39 minutes into the second half. We're tied at 1-0. Flores out-muscles Mitchell and breaks clear on the right wing. Has a look, cuts it square to Sanchez. He flicks it on to Cruz. Easy tap in. 2-1 Mexico. And Cruz is one happy camper. Mexico go on to win 2-1. That goal by Cruz, the Armor All turning point.
A cash donation will be made to the Coaching Association of Canada for training and development of coaches in amateur sport. On behalf of TSN and Armor All Foam, revolutionary way to clean, shine, and protect tires. The Mexicans continue to celebrate. They're on to USA 94 World Cup qualifying soccer here on TSN. They gave a good account, though, Graham. Canucks.
I said that.
No, I know.
I mean, they got nothing to feel ashamed of. That was tremendous. They took them all the way. The Mexicans were panicking. They, you know, you could tell, like 6 of them got booked.
They're going to hold. Those cards don't hold over to World Cup, do they?
No, but they hold over for Canada's next qualifying.
Yeah.
Like Samuels now has got 2. Mark Watson, I think.
Yeah.
No. Who else got booked? Yallop has got 2. Pesky Solido, I think, has got 2. He gets 1 every game. With
Hey, Alex, how are you?
What are we doing? Are we at break?
Not sure. Yeah, we're in a break.
We're not going on camera, so are we?
We might. I'm not sure. She mentioned it. Remember, Susie mentioned it to us.
Well, I better put my blazers on just in case. Are we going to put our blazers on if we do?
Yeah, I would think, But wait, let's go. There's the Mexican room, obviously. Oh, well, listen, Graham, you're right. They are different away from home.
Oh, yeah. What are we doing?
Billboards first. Just play. World Cup qualifying soccer on TSN is brought to you by Molson Ice. By Molson Canadian Ice. Welcome to the Ice Age, and by Chevrolet. Times change, values don't. Well, he has reason to celebrate. Jorge Campos, the 26-year-old goalkeeper, is out, and you see one of the assistant coaches as we go inside now, the Mexican dressing room, and they celebrate the win, and they are on to USA 94. But Graham, we make the point, and I think rightfully so, they were pushed, and this Canadian side, not one of the favored teams. No one in this Mexican organization thought it would come down to one game between Mexico and Canada.
You couldn't have said it truer. This Mexican side obviously delighted, because this is the #1 thing in Mexico. This is their religion, their passion. The fact that they're back in the World Cup for them is the whole raison d'etre. But the Canadians can be very, very proud. They put up a magnificent performance. They took this Mexican side right to the limit. They were stretched trying to go for that win and give away the winning goal, but full marks, and we can follow them all the way through the next round.
And as we get ready to leave you here, let's talk a little bit about, you and I will be together for the FA Cup.
Well, the FA Cup coming up on Sunday should be something special. Saturday, actually, 9:30 a.m. Eastern on TSN. It's Arsenal against Sheffield Wednesday. Should be a beauty, folks. Join us.
It's been a wonderful afternoon. World Cup qualifying soccer. On behalf of Graham Leggett, Paul Romana, and our entire crew, I'm Vic Browder. Canada now goes on to play either New Zealand or Australia. And of course, you'll see it all right here. The road to USA 94 is nowhere else.